And welcome back to the channel. On this video I want to talk about a bike that's sold out and has been sold out for a good 6 months now. And I want to talk a little bit about that and why that is that it's been sold out for 6 months. And that is the Ariel Rider Grizzly. Not only has the Grizzly been sold out, but the Ariel Rider Kepler is also sold out. The only bike you can buy off of Ariel Rider right now is the new 60 volt X Class that's been out for a while now. That one, of course, was upgraded from the 52 volt to 60 volt. And I gotta tell you, now I've not ridden that bike, but I sure like the look of it and what they've done with it. And so I wanted to talk about the Ariel Rider Grizzly because several months ago now, about 4 months ago, I did a video. And in that video I talked about, I think, what is happening is a new version of the Grizzly is coming. Now I tried to reach out to Ariel Rider. I have reached out with them in the past, and they just said that they're evaluating the situation. They didn't give hints either way what they're doing, whether a new model is coming out or whether the Grizzly is just plain being discontinued and basically gone. But my guess is, when you read into what they said, although this has been so many months now, several months, it makes you wonder. I think they're still working on something, because I don't think their plan is to just go with one e-bike. Mind you, there's 3 different versions of the X Class, but it's just a one bike though, right? And it says, in the past they would say that they were evaluating based on innovation. I'm going to go this way. Based on innovation and demand. Well, demand has always been good, as far as I know anyway, for the Grizzly. I personally myself owned one, and now my friend Keith has the very same bike, or the very bike that I owned. And so I think the demand is there and has always been there. And I think when they say innovation, that tells me there that they're either coming up with a brand new model to replace that bike, or go this way, or they are upgrading that bike. My guess is still that they're upgrading the Grizzly to 60 volt. That's my guess, just like they did with the X Class. And with that dual motor remaining on there, that's my guess. I could be wrong, but I still think they're going to upgrade, and that bike's coming out. It's been very hush-hush, I gotta say. And I just can't see them going on without having another bike to go with the X Class. They've had lots of time to get the X Class out there now and promote it and, get people into it. And so I wonder if we're going to see, in the not too distant future here, a new version of the Grizzly. I'd like to see it, because that bike was very popular, and I just can't imagine if the amount of power that bike had for hill climbing. It was really good. So if you up that to 60 volt and keep the 2 motor system on there, that'll even have more get up and go, which would be totally awesome. And so we'll see. But I still think something's up. And the Kepler, I really think they're upgrading that one too to a 60 volt. Although now we're starting to see the 72 volt, with you got the Escape, and you've got the wired, you got the Scout and the Warrior, and then you've also got I'm gonna let this guy go by me. or whomever that was, woman. And then you've got the new Magician that's 72 volt. So they're all right there with Kepler, the same style of bike, right? Cruiser style bike. And so I wonder if the innovation part with these bikes is to upgrade their voltage, because now 52 volt is kind of old school. You know, if you're not 60 or 72, then you're kind of falling behind if you want to stay up there with the big boys as far as the little bit more powerful and faster bikes. But if anybody knows anything, has had word or inside information, let us know. But I think before long here, I think we're going to hear something. Like I say, I just cannot see Ariel Rider just going with one particular bike. And as I said, three versions of that model, but it's all the same bike though, right? So the best one of the three, of course, is the one called Performance. And obviously it's going to cost the most too, but I suspect if they do come out with a new Ariel Rider Grizzly 60 volt version, now this is just a guess on my part, but I think the price is probably going to be, assuming that they keep the batteries about the same, 35 amp hour in total, you're probably going to see that price go from $34.99, and when I bought it, it was $32.99. It's going to go, I would think, from $34.99 right up to between that amount. It may be that amount to start on a pre-sale, but I think you're going to see that price go closer to $4. If it's a dual motor, 60 volt, and like I say, I paid $3,300, so basically it's going to be the same, if everything else is set up the same, you know, with the higher voltage. Yeah, I can see it going up closer to 4. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on that. Do you think that they're working on a 60 volt dual motor, and do you think the price is going to be going up from the current $34.99, the regular price, to closer to 4, like between 35 and 4,000? It may be 38 or $38.99 or something, just a little bit under, but I mean, also I could be wrong, and they could be just completely scrapping that and going with a 72 volt bike, single motor. And would they ever look at doing a mid-drive? I want to turn left, but there's a car coming. Now we're good. So I've been keeping my eye on this for several months, and like I say, here we are. It's been 4 months since I did the video talking about, is there a new Grizzly coming soon, because that one had sold out on their site, you know, and it had been a little bit at that time, and now here we are over 6 months later, and it's still saying sold out, and you can hardly find it on their website even at all. You have to really click a few things to get to where that is, because all you see right now mostly on their whole website is the X-Class 60 volt. Of course, that's the one that they're pushing, because that's the only bike right now that they even have. So two questions. Do you agree with me, and do you think that's what they're working on, a dual motor 60 volt? And also, if that's true, would you pay between $3,500 and $4,000 for that? Let me know in the comments your thoughts on that. For me, if I had the money and was looking around, I think it probably would be worth it. But I think, especially moving to Tennessee, I think there's going to be a little less hills there. So I don't know if I need the dual motor as much, if at all. And so I would probably be fine with a direct drive single motor for me. So I'd probably be looking for that, and maybe looking for a little better, like in good suspension and all that stuff, maybe more comfortable ride. And but anybody that's looking for a dual motor, boy, that would be, if it's anything like their 52 volt with a little extra oomph, yeah, that's going to be pretty nice. So somebody might get a sweet bike out there if they do this, but we'll see. But I still can't see that them doing nothing, you know, and just retiring that bike without having another one come out to replace it, at least, if not upgrading the model. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to get out and talk a little more. I wrote an email to them, but now that it's weekend, I'm not going to get a reply till Monday. And if there's anything new, I doubt they're going to say anything to me, but if they do and there's anything significant, I will definitely do a video and let you guys know. But I'm not expecting them to say anything other than they're evaluating, and you know, they're looking at innovations and demand, like they've said in the past. So whatever that, take that for what it's worth. Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, just hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to comment on this video or any others that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe, everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.